Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope the sound is coming through now. I hope we are good. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Oh my goodness, it's been too long. It's been too long since I've been here, and I want to apologize right off the bat for that. Please let me know if you guys can hear me better now. I know I saw the muted comments. Yeah, all better. Thank you, Katie. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you to anybody who is watching for the first time. Welcome to my show, It's Kim Live. I am It's Kim, and this is the show where I talk about pop culture topics that I care about. We go below the headlines, deep into context. There's a lot, and I can tell you today, there's been a lot, and I'm really excited to share all of that with you. If you are watching on the replay, there's going to be chapters available, so you can jump around to whatever parts of the show that you're interested in. I'm going to have chapters and like timestamps, so you can just go around, or you can watch it in full as it was originally presented. And I do just want to talk to you guys for a few minutes as people come in, because it's been a hot minute since I've been on here on my show. I want to say thank you so, so much to everybody who showed up while I was on Popcorn. It means the absolute world to me that you guys did that. Every video I put out, every live stream I was on, I saw you guys there, and it meant the world to me. I did just try to boost my audio. I hope it's better. Please let me know. Just making sure everything is working the way that it should be. My goodness. I thank you to Andy who got me through it and everything else, and Lewis and Brandon who helped me out. But I am so happy to be back on my channel to talk about the things that I love and to hopefully not be talking about politics. I am also joined by my partner in crime, my co-pilot, producer sister.
Hi.
It is good to see you guys. How do you feel, producer sister? You happy to be back?
Oh yeah.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things that I generally do not comment on politics whatsoever.
Mhm.
I just try to stay away from it. And yeah, that kind of got thrown in my face a bit. I kind of had no choice, so I tried to stay as neutral as possible. And I hope I did okay. I hope I did okay. I do want to say right off the bat, thank you so much to General Scott, who has sent in a PayPal to me. Thank you for your support through all this as well. It's been very felt. Also, Meg, thank you so much for the PayPal you just sent in for Costco pizza. I appreciate that, as well as Scott. You just sent me another one. You didn't have to do that, man. Just saying you had some stuff going on. No worries at all. And I also saw some other stuff earlier that I know I need to comment on, so I'm going to do that. Meg S., thank you for renewing your membership with Space Angels. It's so good to have you. You also gifted a membership. Rando from Iowa, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. You made it. Yes, you did. And Average Supreme for 11 months right behind you, Rando. Exactly. Rando from Iowa, you got your 1th. Fantastic. Average Supreme, we're getting there. You're going to be there very soon. I appreciate you all so much. And also, as I can do this, let me see. Why won't it let me do it on this window? How dare you, YouTube? One moment. I have free memberships to give out. Let me do it in the studio. I have to go open up a whole new window. But that's garbage. So, oh, I hate that. I hate that when it happens. Like, I'm trying to give people things. Allow me. Come on. Let's load. Let's load. There we go. Oh, it's saying I have. Okay, apparently I don't get them till tomorrow. Never mind. I have memberships to give out on the next stream, and I will. I will. My apologies. That was a whole bunch to do with the very big letdown. I apologize. We have lots of topics to go over today. We have stuff about Britney. We have stuff about Justin. And then we got stuff about Diddy. The Diddy news, guys. The Diddy news. It is absolutely crazy. And I will just say, please remember to sub. Please remember to like. All that good stuff. Let me see here. Just checking the chat with you guys, just checking all in. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't done this in forever, and it really has not been that long. It's been ridiculous. Just checking on you guys. Yeah, so I just said yes. I was glad in the chat of Popcorn it never got crazy because of everyone's belief in political views. Oh, that there were steps taken. You know what? I think we are in a world right now that is incredibly divided. I wish we weren't so divided. I really do, because I think a lot of the time people are on the same side. They're just too busy screaming at each other and wanting to hate specific people and not checking things. I cannot believe the amount of misinformation I had to search through. It was a lot.
It's a challenge.
It was a lot. Um Dreadnought, and avoid the Olympics. I have an opinion about that, but it's not the one that I think a lot of people probably think I would have. I don't believe in art censorship. That's where I sit on that one. That's that one. Um, Let me see here. Well, you guys, I'm gonna jump into stuff. Let's start the news. Let's go for it. I am excited, and I also have a clip at one point I have to show you guys. It's gonna be fun, so I'm excited. Okay, so again, this is so bad. This isn't lying. Things are not good. This stream will include speculation and opinion and should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research, and links to the sources are in the description. So that is also it's there and everything. So if you want to see what I'm looking at. And hi YouTube human reviewer, we have tried to ensure that this video is appropriate according to your community guidelines. We're doing our best. We're trying. And viewers, please do not send hate to anyone, famous or not. It's not cute. We're all entitled to our own opinions, but do not do anything that would cause harm to people. I do not support hate in any form. Let me see here. Also, because we're going to be talking with Sean Combs. Sean Combs has not been charged with any crime, and the allegations against him have not been proven in court, and Combs maintains his innocence to some of the claims alleged. Because he did send that video out confirming that it was him in the Cassie video, which previously he had said that all of that was a lie. The following information is based on speculation and opinion based upon reporting and legal documents available to the public. Okay, so just so we are straight. Also, I have a question for you guys, if you guys are cool with it. So in the past, when we have talked about controversial figures, there have been moments where the YouTube itself has decided they don't like that person's name in the algorithm. And I don't think we've had that problem yet with a certain Sean Combs. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But if it does, how do we feel about the nickname, because he has so many names, Sean Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Because I was kind of thinking about that as I was writing out the description in the video today. Let me know. Let me know. So to start off, we have to talk about Justin Timberlake. There have been updates to do with his driving under the influence charge, where apparently people are saying, how could the cops have properly evaluated him when they let his drinking pal drive home after the arrest? So this is what TMZ is saying. After he was stopped, the cops say he failed multiple sobriety field tests and also smelled of alcohol. He refused to blow into the breathalyzer and claimed he only drank one martini. But sources with direct knowledge told TMZ the car Justin was following came back to where the singer was pulled over. There was a woman and her husband in that car. And the woman got out and went up to one of the cops and began questioning him, "Are you going to arrest Justin Timberlake?" She then offered to drive Justin to their house where he was going to spend the night. In other words, just let him go, and she and her husband would get him home safely. That strategy did not work, and Justin was arrested. Now here's the twist. Our sources say that the woman asked the cops if she could take Justin's rental car to her house, given that Justin was going to jail. Okay. The cops obliged. She got in Justin's car and left. We're told that the woman had arrived at the American Hotel where Justin was drinking 2 hours before Justin, and also was drinking. And it was apparent that she had been drinking. Yet the two cops who were on the scene let her take the wheel and drive away. We're told Justin's lawyer, Edward Burke Jr., who is trying to get this case dismissed. He's trying everything, guys. He's trying everything. And to be honest, I have not seen a lot that is telling me that it's going to be dismissed. I mean, I doubt he's going to have a very harsh punishment, for lack of a better term. I think he's probably just going to get a slap on the wrist, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't think that's the way it should be, but I'm just being real. So the lawyer will argue that the two young cops were so off in their judgment, they let a person who had clearly been drinking and drinking drive away right in front of their eyes. If they were unable to properly evaluate her, how could they properly evaluate him? Now here's my thing. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I don't know. But from the sounds of it, Justin failed multiple sobriety tests. He also did run a stop sign. which is part of why he got pulled over. And I'm guessing that the lady who took his vehicle, um, maybe she didn't have eyes that looked like this. That's just my speculation. I don't know. I'm going to keep watching and see what happens, but this seems like this is what they're going on to be like, we should dismiss this entirely. I don't agree at all, but that's just me. And I'm genuinely curious with you guys. I'm just going to go back to me for a second so I can pull this up. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. We're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll because I want to keep you guys engaged. So it's, do you think that Justin's case will be dismissed? Yes or no? I would love to see what you guys think, because I don't know. There was a part of me that just found that whole thing to be a little bit, for lack of a better term, entertaining. Just kind of silly. But, you know, lawyers be lawyering. Lawyers be lawyering. All right. Now, the next thing I wanted to mention was there's been a few things that have happened in Britney world since I have been gone. The first is that, in case you saw it, just going to debunk some fake news right here. Britney's house went on the market on MLS a couple days ago. And it has been confirmed that MLS actually got hacked and her house is not up for sale. So Britney is not moving. Her house is not for sale. It was a hack. Anything to the contrary is completely fake, and people can let that go, because I saw a lot of people that were really, really going on about this, and I was like, this has been debunked. People still talking about it, and I'm like, this is debunked. Even by TMZ, this is debunked. So yeah. Now, the other Britney news I wanted to go over was this whole thing with Halsey. Put a 1 in the chat if you have seen the drama that has gone on with Britney and Halsey. Because I have to tell you, producer sister and I saw this happen in real time. Like, our social media is going off, and we both were just sitting here like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So what the heck happened? Well, Halsey released a new song called Lucky that actually interpolates Britney's Lucky. And I'm going to try to give a bit more context as we go through this article, just to kind of really flesh this out. But Halsey's new song Lucky is not a hit with Britney Spears, or so it appeared based on an angry post accusing Halsey of stabbing her in the back, a post she almost immediately deleted. So the new music video for Halsey's song Lucky, which samples Britney's song Lucky, showcases the highs and lows of Britney's career, arguably, with a nearly nude Halsey portraying the pop princess. The song also features a sample of Brit's song with the same title. Okay, so here's the thing with the video. Halsey has been open in recent months or so that she has struggled a lot with her health in the past couple of years. I think she actually, was it leukemia? She had, producer sister?
I think so, but I'll double check.
It's complicated. I know her diagnosis is very complicated, but things like she had to shave her head because of medical treatment. She was incredibly sick. She is lucky to be here. And a lot of the video about Lucky, to me, as I watched it, was kind of her sharing her story. And there's a few moments, I think, of, tribute to Britney. For example, the nearly nude. At one point in the video, she's in a crystal bodysuit, a la Toxic. So to me, that was just like a little, I love Britney, and I'm going to wear the Toxic suit because I'm sampling her song. And reportedly, Halsey also got permission to use this sample before she did the video. And I think some people assumed that the video was supposed to be about Britney and not about Halsey. Now, I did not for a moment interpret it as being about Britney. But as I saw some of the backlash starting, I was like, oh, as they're showing images of Halsey having, an IV in her in the video, when Britney's talked about how traumatic it was for her when she had blood taken. There's one shot where Halsey takes off a pink wig to reveal that she has shaved her head due to the treatment. And I'm sure some people probably would take that out of context and assume that it was about Britney. It was really sad, but I didn't ever take it like it was insulting to Britney. Producer sister,
Mm-hmm.
did you get that at all when you watched it?
No, because we know she's had so much happen
Yeah.
for Halsey. Like I just looked it up. I just looked up her Wikipedia page
Yeah.
quickly. She has bipolar,
Yeah.
endometriosis.
Which sucks.
Yep. Um, which has caused a number of issues
Hmm.
for her. She's gluten intolerant. She um there's a number of other things she has here, including POTS, including
Hot sucks.
lupus
Yep.
and T cell disorder. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of medical conditions going on in her life.
There's a lot of very serious things going
Yes.
on, and it seems like it got very out of control, and it was very, very scary for her for a long time. And I think a lot of us in this community who struggle with chronic pain or chronic conditions, I think we all can kind of, like, my heart goes out to Halsey because this cannot be easy to deal with. And the fact that she had to hide it from everyone from so long is so sad and so difficult. So basically, the video drops. Hours after the video dropped, Britney took to X, or Twitter, where she has more than 54 million followers, to blast Halsey for making her feel harassed, violated, and bullied. And this was the message. So this has been deleted at this time. We'll explain. She said, "For obvious reasons, I'm very upset about the Halsey video. I feel harassed, violated, and bullied. I didn't know an artist like her and someone I looked up to and admired would illustrate me in such an ignorant way by tailoring me as a superficial pop star with no heart or concern at all. I have my own health problems, which is why I took down my Instagram account yesterday." She's deactivated again for the millionth time, which is why I don't report on it anymore, because Britney deactivates her Instagram and then comes back. I will definitely be putting it I will definitely be putting it back up to show that I care, as in her Instagram will be reactivated, which I don't believe it has at this point. "I'm speaking with my lawyers today to see what can be done on this matter. It feels illegal and downright cruel." So I'm sitting here going, what? I don't understand. I don't understand. This is very confusing. So the other thing was, so TMZ says here, "It was a detailed and seemingly well thought out response. But less than an hour later, Britney disavowed the post, saying, 'That was not me on my phone. I love Halsey, and that's why I deleted it,' with a rose emoji." Now, something that producer sister and I were kicking ourselves about earlier when we read this doesn't look like a Britney post. Britney posts usually have a lot more spacing. There's a lot more dot dot dots, a lot more exclamation points, emojis everywhere. It doesn't sound like her based on other posts that I've seen. So as soon as I saw that she was like, "It's not me, it wasn't me on my phone, I love Halsey and that's why I deleted it," I started asking questions. So I will say Halsey has replied to Britney, sending the love right back. You can see it right here. So there is the tweet from Britney, and Halsey responding saying, "And I love Britney. I always have and I always will. You were the first person who made me realize what it means to be inspired. You continue to inspire me every day." Now, I also will say Halsey has made another statement since that she's been getting a lot of really, really nasty comments from people and actually regrets returning to music at all, which to me is so sad. Um, she doesn't deserve that in any way. Um, and my heart goes out to her because I mean she's clearly going through enough as it is. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't like to go down the Britney Spears conspiracy rabbit hole because I think for so long Britney fans were having to really look at everything so carefully because of what was going on with the conservatorship. And it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like Swifties, that Swifties in a way have been trained to look for Easter eggs constantly. And so sometimes it can get a little bit out of control and it has no basis in reality, but because that's how they found out information previously, it gets a bit much, if that makes sense. Um, but I am concerned that this happened at all. And I'm gonna choose to believe Britney here. I've heard the theory that she saw the video, she got upset, she didn't understand the context, she posts this, somebody calls her, goes, "Girl, you got the wrong take." She takes it down and writes this message. I understand that that is a theory here. But I can't ignore that that first post doesn't sound like her. So I am concerned. I also will say one report that I haven't been able to talk to you guys about because I haven't been on here is that Brian, her brother, is reportedly taking more of a role in Britney's life. And I want to be clear on this. That does not scare me. I don't have a lot of reasons to believe that Brian, her brother, does not have good interests for her at heart. And if you've read the book that she wrote, I think you probably will understand why I'm saying that. Brian also does have good business sense. I believe he was a massive part in orchestrating her deal with Elizabeth Arden for her fragrances, which has been one of the most profitable businesses of her career and is clearly still going with the millions and millions and millions of bottles of Fantasy that have been sold of whatever version of Fantasy.
I'm curious.
Yeah, and Curious and Believe and Radiance and Private Show and all of them. They're just all over the place. But there have been reports that Brian is looking to clean house with some people that are close to her because he doesn't feel like they're super great, and some of that involves her ex Paul, the felon. If you guys have been following any of that Britney stuff, it's and that's the thing. Melly just said Britney has always talked very well of him, and it seems and she trusts him. It seems, and I agree with that. I agree with that. There's a lot there. There's a lot there, and I don't want to go super deep into it because Brian has not chosen to live a public life. I don't feel the same way about Jamie Lynn because Jamie Lynn has chosen to put all of her information out there and share everything about herself and cry about chocolate on national television and whatever. Brian hasn't done that.
Sign up for every reality show.
I'm just saying, right? Like Lynn wrote her book. Lynn, her mom spoke her truth, and her sister did the same thing. Brian, no. So I am hopeful that this is a good thing. And if this is the type of crap that's going on behind the scenes, I get why he's concerned. So my fingers are crossed that everything is okay. And that things are going to be okay. But I am watching very closely right now. And I hope that makes sense and you guys don't think I'm wearing a tinfoil hat, but I have concerns. I have concerns. Okay, so now we got to move in to... I'm sorry, I'm just checking the you guys chatting. You guys are funny. Okay, so next news. We're switching gears and we're moving into Diddy. While I was off, we got news. First of all, the trial going into Tupac, the unaliving of Tupac, is becoming increasingly important when it comes to understanding what is going on with Sean Combs, Diddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Sean Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, whatever you want to call him. At this point, there is going to be a trial this fall regarding the unaliving of Tupac in the 90s. There have been rumors for years that the person who pulled the trigger on the pew pew, and I have to use trigger words, and I'm sorry, it's not because I don't take this seriously, it's because I'm trying to respect the guidelines. I'm trying, YouTube, I'm trying. That the person who did the thing was hired by Sean Combs. That has been a rumor for a very long time, and a lot of it has come from law enforcement. Recently, there was a filing from the prosecution in this case that mentioned Diddy's name in whatever form it took 77 times. This is now becoming a part of this investigation and will have to be looked at in this trial. So as much as he has not been charged at this time, this is serious. This is incredibly serious. And I have been, like, my flabbers have been gasted. I have just been sitting back watching this being like, I'm happy that people are seeing it, because this has been a theory that I have considered very seriously for a long time, since I've been researching Sean Combs and everything that has gone on with him. I think there may be something here. So Tupac's family members then sees this these documents, and they go, we're going to get some lawyers, because if anything pops up that is evidence that Diddy facilitated this, we're going to pursue it. Okay, so Tupac's family is now on board. So Tupac's family is clearly disturbed over an allegation that Diddy may have played a role in the late rapper's unaliving, something they are now digging into with a new legal team who has a plan to get to the bottom of it and force action if they find any there, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge tell us that members of Tupac's still living relatives. TMZ, what is that sentence? I'm assuming it's supposed to be members of Tupac's still living family have retained attorneys Alex Spiro and Christopher Clore, as well as a team of investigators to look into Keefe D's resurfaced allegation that Diddy offered to pay him and his crew money to take Pac out in the 90s. Now, back to me for a second. Do you guys remember the name Alex Spiro? I'm going to give you guys a minute, because if you don't remember, and I have to make sure here, and I think I got to turn on this for a second. Do you guys remember this?
This matter is, you don't like Mr. Baldwin very much, do you?
You know, that is absolutely
That's Alex Spiro.
untrue. I actually really appreciate Mr. Baldwin's movies. I really appreciated the acting that he did on Saturday Night Live.
Is the sound okay, guys? Are you hearing him okay? I am screaming. For those of you
really
that don't remember, he did this.
You told one of the witnesses who disagreed with you during an interview that you thought Mr. Baldwin was a cocksucker.
I do not recall saying that. I know that that was something that...
This guy, Spiro, is heading up investigation. This was not on my bingo card, but as soon as I saw it, I was screaming. I can't even tell you, like, I was on another planet, because as I said all through the Alec Baldwin trial, I'm like, oh, it's the purple dragon. Here comes the purple dragon, because I loved Spyro when I was a kid, right? But yes, this is happening. Now, it gets more interesting. Here we go. You recall this claim, which thus far is unsubstantiated, came to light anew last week when prosecutors in Keefe D's murder case included an old transcript from an interview he did in 2009, where he alleged Diddy was willing to pay up to $1 million for a hit on Tupac. Diddy was never charged over that claim, and we have even heard cops in Vegas never took Keefe's claim to be legit. However, Tupac's family clearly wants this vetted thoroughly. Fair. And the thing is, I will say, there's other stuff. There's other stuff that this has traced back to. And I'm sure stuff that is unsubstantiated at this time will become substantiated soon. We're told the family feels there might be something to this claim, and with the legal team they've brought on, they're hoping to dig up any potential evidence that exists to corroborate it, as Spiro and Clore plan to run down any leads they can find. Our sources say the Diddy allegations will be the main focus for this private investigation, and we're told the team is confident they will surface potential evidence, including more legal docs. If they do, we're told any material that implicates Diddy in alleged wrongdoing will be passed on to the proper authorities and will be looked into for possible criminal charges. And we should say there is no statute of limitations on unaliving. If nothing comes about it on the criminal front, we're told Tupac's family would potentially look into filing a wrongful death lawsuit. Again, assuming there is undercover evidence to do so. Worth noting, Diddy has explicitly denied any involvement in the unaliving a handful of times over the years. I mean, he's denied other things too. And he's never been arrested as it pertains to this years old rumor. Nonetheless, Tupac's family wants to clear the air on this once and for all. Now, one last thing. Spyro has a history of working on cold cases like this, including the Robert Durst case and the Tiger King case. How did I not know about this man? How did I not know about this man before the Alec Baldwin trial? My brain, my brain. So he is coming into this fairly seasoned. Time will tell what comes of it. So this now leads me to my second poll of the day, everyone. Let me see here. No, not a Q&A. We're not doing the Q&A. Come back. Stop it. Computer, behave. Okay. It looks like, as far as the last poll, 57% of you do not think that Justin's case will be dismissed, and 42% of you think it will. We will see. Okay, so my question is, do you guys want me to cover the Tupac case? Because this is going to be one of those cases for me. And you guys have seen what I've been like when I've done other law cases, when I've really gone into it, when I've really studied it. There's so much to go into in this. So if you want me to dig deep, I will. But I want to see where the interest level is on this case. And just keeping in mind that now there's so many facets of it and people involved now. It's just absolutely wild. I am still kind of in shock that we are at this point. But you guys let me know. So, now what we have to get into is the newest update I have really seen with Diddy. And I want to give you guys a moment now. This is going to be your trigger warning for DV. I don't know how to censor this in a way. A lot of the time, like when we read things about DV, I will try to isolate the specific incident, let you guys know that it's coming. So if you want to step away, you can come back, all those types of things to be comfortable. But that's very difficult to do with this story. So I just want to give you guys the heads up now. And all the information that we are going to be reading is speculation based on reporting from media outlets. These claims have not been proven. I am not saying that this is 100% true. Everything I say moving forward is my opinion based on what I have seen. Okay? So I hope that that's clear. Do your own research. Combs has not been prosecuted. Innocent till proven guilty. Radar Online. Keeping in mind this is Radar Online. Not always the most credible source in the world in all things, but there have been times they've been right, so let's be fair. Diddy's ex accuses him of A, beyond the grave. Radar reveals explosive contents of Kim Porter's never-before-seen memoir. And yes, you can see that on the screen. So, I want to be clear. For those of you that don't know, Kim Porter is the mother of multiple of Sean Combs' children. They were together off and on for a very long time. She has been mentioned in, I believe, at least one of the civil lawsuits that have been brought forward against Diddy, and there's been a lot of chatter about her, specifically to do with the fact that Kim Porter is no longer with us. And we're going to get into that a little bit more as we read through this article. But she has a story to tell, in my opinion. And it was rumored that before her passing, she was writing a memoir. And I've heard that from multiple sources from my research. I do believe that it is entirely possible that her memoir is out there. Whether or not what we are about to read is her memoir is up for debate, and we're going to go through it all and explain it now. But I think that this is relevant. I also want to mention that a lot of the articles on Radar have a writer associated with it. In this case, it is written by Radar staff. which I'm guessing is in an effort to protect their employees. So I'm just going to put that there. Diddy's late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter, detailed the alleged she suffered at the hands of the disgraced producer who fathered 3 of her children in a never-before-seen memoir. A source, who wished to remain anonymous, provided the document to Radar Online and said it was found on Porter's long-lost flash drive. Okay, so this is the foundation. It's not overly concrete, okay? I'll give you that. It was given to the informant by someone very close to Kim and Diddy and was written in the months leading up to her sudden passing, the individual claimed. Okay? So this is Radar. While we have been unable to identify or independently verify those claims, the 40-page manuscript, which we have reviewed, is filled with explosive anecdotes about the actress and the model's time with the rapper born Sean John Combs. Should it just be Sean John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? I forgot that he's Sean John, because that's a clothing line. That's the other.
So many names.
Maybe that's just what Diddy sings. His name is my name too. I don't know. And that's how he just finds them and goes, I'm adding them to mine. I like that name. It's mine now. In one chapter, I'm sorry for the humor, guys. I'm sorry. This is part of how I cope with things that suck. I don't mean to be disrespectful. In one chapter, Porter wrote about the jealous rapper's short fuse made her walk on eggshells, and recalled one instance where he allegedly sent her to the hospital after brutally hurting her with a chair. And again, I'm having to watch my words here. Porter was 47 years old when she passed in her home in Los Angeles shortly before midnight on November 15th of 2018. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner listed her manner of death as natural and the cause as lobar pneumonia, a condition marked by inflammation and infection in the lungs. Now, I don't know if you guys at all follow BJ, That Surprise Witness, and BJ Investigates. She's done a huge amount of digging into this autopsy and that whole situation. I cannot plug her more on that. There's a lot of things that are sus about that autopsy. So I'm just going to leave that there. But unanswered questions surrounding her passing have resurfaced as allegations of violent behavior stack up against Diddy, including another one of his exes, Cassie Ventura, alongside a many cars investigation. So because all of this stuff is coming out, people are looking a bit deeper into Kim, which I think is a good idea. Users on social media have even suggested Porter's passing may have been a move intended to prevent the release of the memoir she never finished, in which our source said she discussed Diddy's alleged involvement with the unaliving of Tupac Shakur. So again, I understand that we got a house built on sand here, but I'm finding some stone underneath the sand. There's a few things here that are just a little bit convenient, let's say. For his part, Combs addressed the Tupac conspiracy theory in 2008. In an interview with All Hip Hop, he said the story is beyond ridiculous and completely false. Neither Biggie nor I had any knowledge of the attack before, during, or after it happened. You didn't know after it happened? I think everybody knew after it happened. I don't know. Okay. It is a complete lie to suggest there was any involvement by Biggie or myself. There have never been any criminal charges, indictments, or convictions against Combs related to these claims. Again, innocent until proven guilty. Porter's father told Rolling Stone he was disgusted by a hotel surveillance video from 2016 obtained by CNN that shows the 54-year-old hurting Cassie. We remember this video. He said it made him wonder whether his daughter suffered similar during her 13-year relationship with the music mogul. What's more, former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry told the outlet of Porter's relationship with Diddy. I remember Kim used to go through a lot of stuff. If you live around them, you get to see the toxic relationship. I think every relationship he had that I experienced around him was like that. So take with that as you will. Porter described the exchange that led her to the hospital visit in the purported memoir obtained by Radar, and this is where we start to get a bit more explicit. We were supposed to go out for dinner, but he was in a foul mood. Sean yelled, "What the F?" I would have to walk on eggshells as I came out of the bathroom, but I found him holding flowers. So I smiled. "You brought me flowers." Sean yelled, "No, who the F are they from?" I was bewildered, and I told him, honestly, I don't know. Probably just a fan. She was a model as well and did other stuff. I think she did some acting and, you know. He threw the attached card at me. I picked it up and read it. "Sean, He slapped me so hard I hit the ground. Sean yelled, "Who the F were you with the other night?" I looked down at the card that was lying next to me, and it read, "The other night was amazing. We must do it again." According to the document, when she tried to explain Combs threw the flowers at her and said, "That's not how it works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allow it." I'm just saying, this feels pretty on brand. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah. She wrote, "Diddy picked up my coffee mug and slammed it against the wall. Coffee flew everywhere as he yelled, 'Who the F does this and think he is?' While desperately trying to calm him down, Porter insisted it was just coffee with a producer. It was nothing. She explained they met up to discuss maybe me starring in another movie he wants to produce. Sean exploded even more. He wants to put the move on my effing family at the top of his lungs. My effing family. He flipped the table over, breaking it. It was a heavy table, but Sean is stronger than he looks. I pleaded with him. "Sean, please." He yelled at me, "What?" I tried my best to calm him down. He probably didn't know. It didn't come up. "You're publicly dating someone else." Put a pin in that. We're going to get back to that. So he screamed at me, and somehow even more intense, "So you didn't tell him to back off?" And then out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in the hospital room. According to the document, Porter said when she woke in the hospital, my arm was in a cast hanging from a sling. My face hurt. My eyebrow was in immense pain, as was my lip. As I came to, the first face I saw was of the man that put me here. Sean asked me with concern in his voice, "How are you feeling?" I responded, "Stay away from me." Writing in the supposed manuscript, she said Diddy apologized and told her, "I don't know what came over me." But she was afraid for her safety because they were in a private hospital room and no one would hear me. I could scream like my life depended on it, but it wouldn't matter. As she lay in the hospital bed, the musician allegedly said, "I was just so jealous. You know how I am. I'm sorry. I promise I'll never put hands on you again. I swear." I really hate to say it, but there's a lot of this, like what he's saying, based on when I've seen him angry and yelling, and how he's conducted himself, as well as how he has responded when he's been called out on things. Like, I think about that apology tape a lot, of just the, it's hard to look back on the darkest parts of your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was just so jealous. You know how I am. Like, I'm just saying, like, can anybody else, like, put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying? Like, it feels plausible. She recalled thinking, "I've heard this song one too many times." Porter then wrote that she was concerned Diddy might lie and say she had a car accident, claiming he told her, "They'll pity you, that you hit your head." He was going to make me look crazy. They were going to believe him. He was a kingpin. Yet she said Combs spent the next 6 months helping me heal, working his way back into my life and into my bed. I was so stupid. And of course, I wasn't cast for either movie. From what I understand, the producer passed of pneumonia. Producer sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I just... Speculation. Opinion, to be clear. As producer sister and I have done a lot of digging into Diddy and everything that has gone on, there's an awful lot of people that have just randomly gotten pneumonia.
Like,
a lot.
how are this many people getting pneumonia?
I'm concerned. I don't know what they're doing over there, but a lot of people are getting pneumonia that seem to be very healthy beforehand. And then pneumonia. Now, this could be completely unrelated, but I can't lie and say that no red flags did not pop up in my brain. Producer sister, did you have a similar reaction?
Yeah. Well, you heard me when I was reading the article.
Yeah, you're like
pneumonia.
Pneumonia again? This is starting to be like, if we're going to make a bingo card, pneumonia is going to be on the bingo card. Okay? So, it was unclear when the alleged incident occurred, but Porter noted that Combs was publicly dating someone else at the time. Okay? Remember this pin. The pair met when she was working at his label Uptown Records, and they began dating in 1994. Okay? They went on to have 3 children together. King Combs, so diss track King Combs, you know, Suck My D, Homeland, that whole thing, I still can't get over that. And the 17-year-old twin daughters, Dila Starr and Jesse James Combs. The supposed encounter referenced would have likely occurred sometime between Christian's birth in 1998 and the twins' birth in 2006, as Porter noted in the memoir that Christian was with the nanny at the time and wrote about delivering her twins in the next chapter. The source who gave Radar Online access to the document plans to publish the entire thing under the title Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side. Now, I want to just quickly say before we move on to the publicly dating someone else at the time, because I got stuff on that. When I was researching this story this morning, I was trying to find more information regarding when this is coming out, because nothing is listed at this time that I can find. I found another company that is claiming to have basically already published this memoir. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. Producer sister did some digging. Yeah. I did some digging. It doesn't smell right.
Nope.
And I'm not convinced that it is the same thing. So what I am going to do is, you better believe that if this gets released and I can find it and I can be like, this is it, I will absolutely be getting it and sharing it with you guys. Because I think there's parts of this that, as I said, this is speculation and opinion, but I can't ignore it because there's parts of it that just, they line up too well. For example, Porter told Essence magazine back in the day, that while the couple were separated, Sean was dating Jennifer Lopez. And Combs would call her, so these are her words, Combs would call Porter 50, 60 times a day, adding, "It was like my life was not my own. He was very, very intrusive." Now, Jennifer Lopez also came forward talking about her relationship with Combs to Vibe magazine in 2003. I don't know if you guys remember, like, the last stream that we did where we were reading a piece written by a former, like, head of Vibe magazine, the one whose life was threatened by Diddy. Okay? So, more connections. That their relationship was the first time that she was with someone who was not faithful. I just realized I didn't have the thing up on the screen. Let me go back here. I failed. Okay, so yeah, right here. So this is from People magazine. This is a reference to the Essence article that while he was dating Jennifer, he would call Porter 50, 60 times a day. Jennifer Lopez then said that it was the first time when she dated him that she had ever been with someone who wasn't faithful to her. She said, I was in a relationship with Puff where I was totally crying, crazy, and going nuts. It really took my whole life in a tailspin. But in her 2024 documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, The Gift That Keeps on Giving, she spoke about the past in relationships, and fans have speculated that she was referring to Combs. She said, there were people in my life who said, I love you, and then didn't do things that were kind of in line with the word love. Being thrown around and manhandled like that is not fun. So, based on the memoir, we're going, okay, this was a thing that he was publicly with somebody else between 1990, 99 to 2006. Sean Combs met Jennifer Lopez on the music video shoot for If You Had My Love in 1999. And Jennifer Lopez and Diddy split in 2001. And the reason that Jennifer said they broke up was because she never saw it, but she knew that he was cheating. He said he'd go to a club for a couple of hours and then never came back that night, she recalled. I had to think, do I want to be home with kids in 10 years, wondering where someone is at 3 in the morning? So again, this is speculation. I don't have any evidence that any of this is true, but I can't help but see the patterns, see the signs, and it looks sus. And I would not be surprised if this manuscript is real. So I'm going to keep watching it because I really would like to see if something did happen with Kim, that she gets justice. I think it's really sad that she's not here and she can't give us input on everything that's gone on here. Because look at how much context Cassie has given us, how much context even J-Lo at points has given us, and all of the other women and men that have been affected by this. And Kim is such a massive part of this, and we don't have anything from her at this time, other than that Essence article, which I need to go through now because producer sister,
Yeah.
you were looking at it.
Yeah.
We're I don't know how to explain it. There's stuff there.
Yeah.
There's stuff there, and I'm starting to wonder how much of this can we corroborate,
Yeah.
right?
How much can we piece together with other things
Yeah.
and try to match articles that came out during the early 2000s and all that. And I mean, I found the Essence article today on Twitter where someone had the screenshots of it and posted it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a network of people who have kept some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And have access.
Well,
so.
people kept the tape, right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to have paid off the person who had the hotel tape.
Yeah.
Like thousands of dollars. And it's still here.
Yeah, there's definitely receipts out there that I think more and more are going to start coming through, or people are going to start posting it, of stuff that at one point probably on its own doesn't really seem that big. But when you put it in context with other things, well, now it's something.
Yeah. And that's part of it. And this is why, I just tried to turn up producer sister a bit.
I was leaned back in my chair, so
okay.
I leaned forward.
I can't help her if she's this far away from the mic.
I'm sorry. I leaned forward.
You gotta help me. No. So this is what I mean when I say I try very hard to go below the headlines. I try to go deep into context. If I'm gonna dig into this stuff, I've got to dig because it's intense and there's a lot. So I'm just seeing you guys, 92% are saying that I should cover the Tupac case. I will hold you all to that. And just make sure you're supporting all that type of stuff, that you're watching, you're liking, all that stuff. It means a lot. And I hope you guys can understand why I brought this to your attention, because generally I don't listen to outlets that are really, really, really tabloidy, that don't tend to back up their claims as much. And I have seen some stuff with Radar that's been kind of sus, but this is a lot. And just the fact that it seems like they're already trying to protect their staff, that there's those types of things, I can't, like, that's just the way that I interpret it. And that may be not correct and out of left field, but that's just the way that I feel about it. So with that, those are the main topics. We are now in halftime. I need to catch up on support for you guys. Gene Rick, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker, the one up of the hippo. So appreciated. Elisa gifted a membership. Thank you very much. Meg S gifted a membership. Thank you very much. I think that means, we're at 3. We're at 3 gifted memberships so far. Mm-hmm. Sweet. Thank you guys.
3 memberships.
That. Yep. And welcome to the Space Angels. I appreciate that a lot. So yes, Katie Artist, we need a Lacey break. We have 2 What the Wuts today. One of them is the promised Do It for Dan update, which I have not seen. I don't know what is coming. I just know that it's a Do It for Dan thing. And then we have another thing as well that we can laugh about. I did want to let you guys know, because producer sister and I both have our phones on right now. I know sometimes there's some people that they hear the vibration of the phone and it upsets them, but I want to make something clear, and I pray that you guys will understand my vagueness. I don't see the point in me not being honest about how I'm feeling, because I think part of the reason that I love to do this and I'm good at this and you guys like to watch me is because I wear my heart on my sleeve and I wear my emotions on my face. It's very hard for me to, conceal some of what I'm feeling. And today has been tough, and it is likely going to get tougher. A couple months ago, we let you guys know that there was a member of our family who was very, very sick, and we didn't know how much time they had. That person has been in the hospital since. It has been a roller coaster of things changing by the day.
Some for the better, some for the worse.
And some for the confusion of diagnosis, which has been very frustrating. But I want to be... So I love that random from my wife. Emily D. Baker says her face has closed captioning. Exactly. I relate 100%. It's not looking good right now. And I don't know what it's going to look like, and I don't want to share details that aren't mine to share. But if there are streams that are delayed or skipped out on, it very well may be because we're dealing with family stuff. And it's really hard. And if you're the praying type, I would appreciate prayers for my family, especially my mom, as we navigate this. To be clear, my family, like my immediate family, is okay. It's just, producer sisters, anything you want to add? I'm trying to be careful and not.
No, I think there's been a lot of ups and downs and slingshots of emotion, I think. So it's just learning, or not learning, but trying to navigate all of that in the most constructive way.
Yeah.
And how we move forward with this situation, working with the rest of our family and doctors, and how we support one another and all that. It's there's no playbook for this kind of thing.
No.
So you're just kind of trying to take it one step at a time, one decision at a time.
Yeah.
And do your best.
And it's also just the complexities of when there's more than one thing wrong, and how much when you start to have all of these things happening at the same time, how much harder it becomes to treat things and how complicated it becomes, and it's a lot. So I want to be clear that if we get a call through this stream and I've got to go, I'm so sorry, but I got to go. And I hope you guys understand that, and I will tell you all what I can tell you when I can tell you. And yeah, so if I am distracted or having difficulty, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. I'm trying really hard to focus and to do a good job. And quite bluntly, I think maybe that's one of the best things I can do, right? Is,
Well, sitting and wallowing doesn't help.
Right? It doesn't. It doesn't help.
There are moments where you need to do that, but you can't live in that place.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
We all have those days or minutes, hours, whatever it may be, that you just need to sit in your emotions and feel those things, and that's okay. It's healthy. But we can't live like that.
No.
Right?
No. So that's what's up. So before anybody goes, Kim, why aren't you smiling? That's why I'm not smiling, and I'm not going to put on a fake smile. I'm just not. I'm not, because it's going to look creepy and scary, and you guys are going to think that there's something super wrong with me if I'm looking at you going, I'm so good right now. Things are wonderful. You all wanted me to smile.
That's so creepy.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. Because it always is. Like, if I have a day where I'm not happy, like I'm having a hard day, there's always people that come in and they're just like, Kim, smile. And I'm like, no! I'll smile if I want to. No! With that, should I grab Lacey?
Yes.
Let's grab Lacey.
With her fresh haircut.
Yes. Lacey had her haircut. Here she is. I know. Hi, Bear. Hi, Bear. We also have to tell a little story that I haven't really been able to talk about. Linda, for the record, Your Honor, was kind enough to invite producer sister and I to her bridal shower. And we went. So I actually got to meet Linda. And of course, Lacey comes with me because she assists me with my disability. Which meant that Lacey went to the bridal shower. And one of the things that she's done for you guys is she burps. I kid you not. We were taking pictures outside of the bridal shower, and she burped during the pictures when she got close to Linda. Like, she held on to that burp and let it out at the best possible moment. It was hilarious. And you were the star behind Linda, who was the star. But, you were like a little... Oh, thank you for that burp. Thank you for that. No, it was a lovely shower. I know it's going to be a lovely wedding. Linda, we love you. Thank you for having us. I hope we didn't cause too much trouble.
We tried.
We tried. But it was funny. It was really funny. I was like, I can't handle this. Of course you did. Of course you did. Yeah, but she was a good girl. She was a good girl. Yeah, Linda burps. Yep. It's her love language. I don't know how else to explain it. She knows that it makes people happy, and she will hold on to it to the best possible moment. That's what she does. That's what she does. That's who she is. I figured you guys would appreciate that. It was very much a moment where I'm like, of course. Of course. Can't write this stuff.
Nope.
Can't write this stuff. Well, I will say, I'll give this a few minutes. I'm just going to get the what set up. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to say? And yes, please, in the chat, give Linda some congratulations. She is getting married. She is awesome. We love her. She does so much here. It was so nice to be able to meet her. Been such a great friend to me over the past couple of years, and it was very emotional, and it was great. It was awesome. So, It was a good thing. Why? Oh my gosh. One of them didn't download, and it's the one everybody wants.
How dare it?
How dare it? Let me grab it again. Sorry about that. I am grabbing.
I will say it was very lovely for us trying to get down because we
Oh, my anxiety.
drove to the States on the Friday. And of course, that Friday was the day that Microsoft and all of that went down. And that whole debacle happened. And
So the border was down.
the border was down and backed up. And oh my gosh.
And then the hotel gave away our room.
Yep.
So we had to get another hotel.
Yep.
And then that hotel decided that it didn't believe in making sure that it had parking available for everyone. And they decided to start figuring out their fire alarm at 2 a.m. So that was a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. I didn't need to sleep.
No, not at all. We were totally fine. It was great.
I will say we did have one of the nicest border agents that I've
Oh,
had
we
in
did.
a long time.
We did. It was he was really nice.
Yeah.
Really, really
like
nice.
after having just sat in gridlock trying to get to the border because it was so backed up.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous about what we were going to get because of course they've been having a really crappy day with all of this happening. I'm like, I'm going to get some guy who's going to be so pissed just because of everything that's happened. And no, he was great.
It was nice.
That was a very nice surprise. I mean, the majority of the time when we've crossed the border,
They've been great.
we've had really nice border agents. And I mean, they're all very serious and whatnot, as they should be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I do want to just catch up here. Katie, thank you for sending in that super chat. That's so kind of you. You didn't have to do that. My goodness. Saying, I don't know how you juggled the wild streams on Popcorn. You did phenomenal and you handled it like a pro. I couldn't have done even half of that. Well done, Kim. I mean, it was a learning experience. It was a learning experience. And it's also, like, to be blunt, it's a bit scary as well because we have laws in Canada about influencing elections that you can't say stuff. Yeah. It's rough. So I was trying to be very, very careful. Now I think I'm allowed to have an opinion, right? But it's also like, it made me sad to see on both sides that as soon as one label or another label got associated with a person, that there were some people that were just like, oh, you're a this, so I'm not talking to you anymore. And it's like, I think that's part of the problem. So if I have any opinion about this whole thing that's going on, you know, south of the border where I am, which I do feel like, I mean, it does influence Canada greatly. Mm-hmm. It influences where we live greatly. There is a lot of rhetoric right now. I think it is incredibly important to focus on facts. And I mean actual facts. One thing I did through Popcorn, and I had a few people that really praised me for it, and I will just share this with you guys, was I specifically looked for sources from neutral news stations who pride themselves on not being right or left. They don't have opinions. They just say, this is what happened, and allow you to come to your own conclusions. And I would just say, I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. It's so incredibly crazy. And, you know, ultimately, Americans, it's up to you. It's up to you. But know what you're voting for.
Yeah.
Check everything. And I mean that. Check
everything.
Everything. It's, your vote is your power.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's the same thing I say in Canadian elections or anything else. And as a childless woman, I will continue with this stream. So, think we know what everyone has been waiting for. We have a Do It for Dan update. So we on this channel have followed a saga that we have dubbed Do It for Dan for a long time now. Producer sister.
Yeah.
How would we even begin to summarize what has happened with Do It for Dan?
Okay, first off, if you don't know what this saga is and you are a member, there is a members only video that we did for Kim's 1-year anniversary of streaming where we read the entirety of Do It for Dan other than today's update as it wasn't available when we did that. So that would be a good place to start. However, if you're not a member, Dan is a guy who has always had a very contentious relationship with his family. His brother is the favorite child.
Gonna need you to be a bit closer to the mic, producer sister.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
And his family has the idea that he should do a lot of things for his brother.
Because it's Dan. We gotta
His
do
brother
everything
Dan.
for Dan.
And OP fell on some hard times during the Rona, like many people did, and found himself without a job.
And without a home.
So he bought a camper and he lived in that camper for a couple years. He asked his parents if he would be able to park it on their property.
Because Dan and all of his children and his wife all live with them. So they let one kid live with them. But homeless bum in the camper.
No, not allowed. So his parents would not allow this, as they said it was an eyesore, among other things. Fast forward, Dan found a job and was able to save up some money and put some money down on a home. His family then decided that he should give up his home and give it to Dan and his family.
Because Dan needed it more because he was a family man.
And
Do it for Dan!
OP is single and doesn't have any kids. So therefore, he didn't need it.
Childless freeloader, I swear.
Yep.
But so basically, the family goes, "Give Dan your house." The OP goes, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you my house. Like, GTFO, I'm out." Then they tried to take the house by force. They literally came to his house, knocked the locks off the doors, changed the locks, forged an agreement, forged his signature to try to show that this had been an arrangement. OP calls the cops come, cops figure it out, it's a big mess. Family is divided. Then family goes to a lunch together to try and patch things up. It doesn't go super well, but his family has definitely been humbled. We'll put it that way. But this then continues to get worse because the sister-in-law, Dan's lovely wife, is a piece of work.
Yeah.
And has been very cruel to OP, calling him a bum, making fun of him for being on hard times and all that, while simultaneously trying to steal his house. I can't even, it was ridiculous. And then we found out that sister-in-law was cheating on Dan. And their newest kid wasn't his. The waves of drama that have gone through the story, guys, I can't even begin to describe it.
Yeah.
So where did we leave off last time? I can't even remember.
Oh, I don't want to mix up what I've read in this one. And
Okay.
The wife is gone.
Yeah,
They're divorced.
Yeah, didn't she find somebody else? They're together now.
She was with the baby daddy.
Yeah.
But then I believe they split up.
Yeah.
So she's living with her parents, I believe, and the affair child is with her. The other 3 kids are with Dan.
Yeah.
Dan came to OP and borrowed his camper so he could give his oldest son his own bedroom instead of having to share with his sisters, I believe. And he is living on parents' property in the camper so the kids have their own space, which was actually a very nice thing to do and showed some growth.
It was, but
in my opinion.
But I also have to say I thought it was very entertaining that all of a sudden when Dan needed the camper, it was no longer an eyesore.
Oh, of course.
Right?
100%.
Let's just be... Yeah, but basically what we've got here is I think we have, this is just my opinion, I am not a professional, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but I think a lot of us know kind of what this looks like. We've got these kind of narcissistic parents, and then you have the kid who is the scapegoat, and then you also have the golden child. So OP is the scapegoat, golden child is Dan, everything should be about Dan, and Dan has been waking up to the reality of what is going on around him, trying to be a better person, which we appreciate. And OP is living his best life in his house.
Yep.
Good for him. So,
and someone egged OP's car on Halloween. Suspicion is it was the ex-wife, but we don't have proof. He can't prove it.
Yeah. No, well, the Do It for Dan saga in full, I don't think it actually is on members only because we did it on my birthday.
I thought you members only.
Did I remember it only my birthday?
I will double check. I thought you did.
I can't remember. I will double check it. I don't think it's supposed to be, but if it is, I'll figure it out. It would, yeah. Anyway, we'll find out. But we have an update.
We have an update.
We have an update, and we promised you guys that we would be checking and trying to make sure that, you know, if there was an update that we would let you guys know. We have an update. So that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. So, you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Okay. So this is OP. This is the guy that owns the house. This is the scapegoat brother. To start this off, I came back after all this time to find 500 messages in my inbox, plus 130 unanswered private messages. Please do not private message me anymore. There's too many to answer, so if you private message me and I clicked ignore, I'm sorry. Just know that's why. It's not personal. I just felt too overwhelmed to reply to so many. But that's not what brought me back to Reddit. I decided to stay away for at least a year because my posts were not exactly boosting family morale. Oh yeah, she found out that it was, like, the sister-in-law found out that the post was on Reddit and she got really mad about it. You know, it's the consequences of your actions!
Okay, I was wrong. It's not members only.
Okay, good.
It's the other shorts we did.
Okay, yeah, so the birthday stream, we went through the whole story.
There you go. I just spammed the chat.
It's in there. So if you want all of the dirt, all of it in one place, there it is. But the other day, my brother Dan spotted a video with an unbelievably similar to mine in far too many ways. Only it was about an OP with a twin sister instead of a sister-in-law. But it had so much of the same. Entitled narcissistic parents, guy treated like garbage all his life and then rendered homeless, golden child sibling, keeping the favoritism a closely guarded secret from the family while OP was growing up, sister still in her 20s, has 3 kids and pregnant with the 4th, sister's eldest son attacks OP, and above all of them trying to steal OP's house by breaking in while he wasn't home. So many parts were nearly identical. Even the 2 lines like "suck it up" and "my house is not for grabs" were in the video. Okay. My parents and my brother are frankly pissed, and I wasn't happy seeing the video either. We've all been trying hard to get past our previous family dynamic and what ex-sister-in-law puts us all through. You can imagine it took a lot for me to let go of my grudges. But in a year, my parents and Dan have improved more than I've seen in my entire life before that, and I love my nibblings to pieces. So whoever wrote that copycat story, congratulations, you sent my entire family back into needing therapy. Ooh. Ooh. You know what, though? I'm glad there has been improvement.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that. And there is going to be elements of what they did was horrible to him. You know? It is going to haunt them, unfortunately. But it's the consequences of your actions. And yes, my family is aware I'm making this post. Now with that rant over, here is what I hope to be my final update. Now for what was stated in the title. I've had a few naysayers before, but Dan kept his word. My camper was returned to me a few months ago and it's in good condition. We didn't think we were getting that back. I didn't think we'd ever see that camper again. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's good. Dan took care of it and thoroughly cleaned it before giving it back. He and our father also resealed the roof on it once it was in their care. Inside, it's no worse for wear than when I was living with it. Only got it back smelling like a pine cleaner. I mean, that's really nice. I'm happy to hear
Growth.
that.
We are taking steps forward
Yes.
in adulting.
Yes. There was some minor drama while Dan was living in my camper from a neighbor right behind them. Not quite sure she qualifies as a Karen, but she was close enough. She started yelling at them from over the fence about the camper and started threatening police. So my brother and father went off on her and then explained Dan was living in the camper so his son could have his bedroom. Well, the neighbor still wasn't happy and stopped with the threats. My father talked to her husband later, though, and he was bull mad at her. Then he apologized on her behalf and said Dan was doing a good thing by giving up his room to his son. He was. The neighbor husband also congratulated Dan on kicking out ex-sister-in-law and said he was always afraid to mention before. She was just a horrid woman, and we can all agree on that now. So yeah, the neighbors aren't a problem anymore. Look at all of this healing. This is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Dan and our father managed to get some money together on the side, and we brought a slightly bigger camper to set up in our parents' backyard. We needed my truck just to move it, but we got it in there. It's basically the best Dan can do right now until the credit debts his ex piled up are paid off, and even then, he's got the future of his kids to plan for. He may be living in that camper for the next 10 years, but it's preferable to how it was when he was married. His ex-wife certainly can't and won't be contributing to college funds for the kids, except maybe her affair baby. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just want to say thank you so much to Irene, who just sent me a PayPal. I'm looking at your message. I'm going to read it more in depth. Thank you so much for that. And also, holy crap. Alias, I just got your message. Thank you. Thank you for the support, and that is going to help out tremendously. I so appreciate that. And also, oddly enough, with timing, I just got a text from my mom. It looks like our loved one has had to basically move within the hospital where they are, and they it looks
This
like
place is able to help her better.
yeah, they're going to be able to help her better where they are now. So that's a very good thing. Good care. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
There's been concerns about that as we've gone through this.
We'll take that.
I am holding back so many words. Ugh. Rage. Much rage. I could do my own Am I the A-hole post for storming into that hospital and burning it to the ground. Anyway, which I would never do, but like,
We have questions.
so many questions. Okay, but let's keep going. Okay. Thank you very much, you guys. I really do appreciate the love. Dan's camper is admittedly better than mine. It's newer, bigger, and it has its own bathroom. Mine does not. Although Dan never really uses said bathroom, it's basically become a closet since the toilet and the shower are so tiny. But if he needs to take a leak or something, he just goes to the house. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dan and I had a joking laugh about me being jealous that he's got the better hobo house. We bantered like sarcastic gentlemen about it. He kitted out his camper with some better amenities, like a flat screen TV, complete with streaming, video games, and DVD. He said it feels like he really has his own place now, even though he's just in the backyard, and he's much happier now that he is divorced. I love this for him. Like, I hope there's some freedom in this in a weird way, if that makes sense. I know it doesn't make sense, but yeah. Dan tells me one day he'll get a truck too, so he can move the camper on his own someday. But for now, he's sticking with his minivan for the sake of the kids. So his camper is sitting pretty where it is, and mine is back in my backyard where it belongs. Though it's not gone unused. I temporarily rented it to a cousin who moved into the area for work, and they were only in the camper about a month before finding their own apartment. Other than that, it serves as just a guest house when needed. Relatives come by to use it when in town, so there's no need for a motel. My nephew has come to stay in it a few times for fun as well. His sisters don't really have an interest. The camper, the closet, the camper is the closest he's ever been to camping. Same here, sadly, because I didn't buy the camper to camp, but to live. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Come on. Thank you, computer. Okay. As for my parents, they've gotten therapy! Yay! Yay! And my mother got medicated for her mental problems! Yay! I love this for them, and fully acknowledges her terrible past mistakes as a parent with all the favoritism, as does my father. My father is still awkward around me, but he's been fairly active in his church and is working hard to rebuild the family reputation the best he can. And Dan has cut back on drinking a lot, so he isn't so stressed out anymore, and he's even taken up exercising. He's in pretty good shape now. And he told me his ex-wife saw a picture of him he posted online after shedding 20 pounds and called him to compliment. He didn't take the bait. This woman.
She only wants what she cannot have.
I cannot, but I just want to say, as someone who knows so many people that have toxic families and difficulties, it is so nice when you actually see people take accountability for their actions and try to help themselves. This is wonderful, and this gives me hope for humanity. I hope that, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, how many people, just that paragraph, what they would give for that. You know what I mean? As for the holidays, my parents, brother, and nibblings all came to my Christmas Eve party last year, along with most of the other relatives who came the year prior. No problems at all, save for the fact that none of them could stay the night in my spare rooms anymore since I rented them out. Both of my tenants were away seeing their own families too. Things went swimmingly. Not only was ex-sister-in-law not invited, she wouldn't have been able to crash the party anyway because of my restraining order against her. But she also made barely any attempt to spend time with her other kids either. She only bothered to see them twice a month at best. And she didn't even send them any gifts for Christmas or birthday since being outed as a cheater, and the kids were initially pretty upset about that, but now they just don't care. I can't imagine how hurt they are, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's so devastating.
It's awful for them.
It's awful. Ugh.
But at the same time, if it's a very unhealthy dynamic
Yeah.
between them, no matter what way it's going to hurt, but putting them into a relationship with her
Yeah.
is not healthy either.
Ex-sister-in-law, I guess, decided she was going to try to live like she was single again despite having a baby at home. Of course she did! And it didn't go well because life gave her one hell of a cheese slap. What? Is that an expression?
I don't know, but we could make it
A
one.
cheese slap? I've heard of the cheese tax, but not the cheese slap. Why does that sound like a Monty Python sketch? That they all would just have like slices of cheese and just slap each other with them. Is anybody else seeing that in their brain? Because I am. I can't help it. On New Year's, ex-sister-in-law went out late to party like it was 1999, but she got pulled over by a cop on her way home. She got arrested for a DUI and her car was impounded.
I told you she had something in common with Justin Timberlake.
Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. She called Dan while being arrested, begging him to come and get her car to keep it from going to impound. He told her he was not helping her, but she could deal with it herself. Dan has drank and drove, so it was a little hypocritical, but this woman put him through so much. I don't blame him for rebuffing her. I don't really either. Oh gosh, Katie just said it's the cousin to the baloney folder. Stop! Oh gosh. Ah! the chat if you remember the baloney folder.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It comes in so many colors. Some flying monkeys of ex-sister-in-law called Dan to berate him about being a terrible person. Pretty sure this was the same woman who called me a while back. Dan had none of her ish and went off on her in a long tirade about his ex's cheating, what happened in the divorce, and that he has no sympathy for his ex since she left him with mounds of credit card debt and she does nothing for the kids anymore. The flying monkey didn't call back. We still don't know who she was, but Dan said she sounded like a religious nut. Well, I mean, the amount of looking the other way you would have to do to defend this woman is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there is one person in this audience that would defend this woman in any capacity. But, yeah. Ex-sister-in-law went to court. Oh, beautiful. And she pled guilty for DUI. Yay! Dan found this out because she called him claiming that because of the DUI, she wouldn't be seeing her other kids anytime soon. She told him she was sentenced to take a 6-month DUI class, in which time her license is suspended until completion, and she won't be allowed to drink at all, which is the part she was most upset about. I've heard of these classes before. They make you take regular and at times random urine tests. And when you finally get your license back, you have to have a camera and a breathalyzer installed in your car for a year. Also increased insurance rates for DUI on record. Ex-sister-in-law has not been having a fun time, but I have no pity for her. I don't drink and drive. Good. Sadly, that's all the info I have on ex-sister-in-law, as she kept minimal contact with Dan for some time now. And eventually she'll probably stop contacting him altogether unless absolutely necessary. I don't know anything else about sister-in-law's parents or her affair baby. Even Dan doesn't know. But I still do have a bit of info on someone else. Remember ex-sister-in-law's affair partner? Yes. The bronze-tongued lout? Yes. Well, he made his social media public again. And he doesn't seem to acknowledge the existence of ex-sister-in-law or his child at all. Dan tried to message him and promptly got an immediate block. So this guy is just being an A and acting like his ish don't stink. Whatever. His knocking up ex-sister-in-law got her out of the family anyway. So in a way, we're all thankful to that AP bastard. All right. That's everything I have. And I hopefully won't need to come back again. Unless my truck gets egged again next Halloween. There we go. There we go.
That is the update.
You know what? It's kind of nice to hear a situation in which someone is kind of getting what's coming to them. I'm glad nobody got hurt when she was drinking and driving, because that would have been absolutely tragic. But this makes me happy. This makes me happy. And I genuinely do hope that things continue to get better for OP, because he deserves it. And it sounds like everybody is healing, which makes me very happy to hear. Yep. So, yeah, there is our update on Do It for Dan. And I don't know if we're really going to get much more. I mean,
it depends what happens. That's the thing with these, when they're like real-time stories.
Yeah.
You don't know. And there's no guarantees that the updates are going to be good, bad, exciting, and any of that. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's just so nice to hear an update that involves both healing and karma.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yep.
It fills my heart with joy. If that makes sense.
But we like to see growth and people evolving and taking some responsibility and working to make themselves a better person.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and we want to reward that. We want to reward changed good behavior, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. I know we all, I think there is a part of a lot of us that, you know, I mean, look at cancel culture, right? Like people, they want people to have to pay for what they've done and things like that. But also I believe in redemption stories. And I think if people show changed behavior, give them a shot, right? Because we all make mistakes. And at one point, you know, you may make a mistake and want somebody to give you a second chance too, right? So it's just be nice. I do want to say thank you to Cheryl E for 20 months. Thank you so much for your support. That's such a long time, and I do really, really appreciate that. Saying prayers and much love to you and your family. Thank you, Cheryl. I do appreciate that. Lindsay P has been a member for 6 months and sent some hearts. Thank you very much. You're halfway to your Thank you. And Meg S has been a member for 6 months. Again, halfway to your month. Thank you for all your support today during the show. Sending hugs and love to you guys. We so appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. It's, yeah. Pearl Jan, from Diddy did it to Dan finally did it. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. Now we do have another What the What we can do. Producer sister.
Yeah.
How long is this one?
It's 25 slides
Okay,
plus the
so
title. So
that's probably
I
good.
specifically
Yeah.
did it a shorter one.
Yeah. I say my brain hurt. Ever have days where your brain just feels like complete mush?
Yes.
Yes. Brain mush.
When your focus is just non-existent.
No, my focus is bye.
No, I figured that one wasn't quite long enough for a full What the What. It was only 8 slides. So I had this article I was sitting on, which was also a bit shorter. So I was like, could pair those two together. And
Sounds good.
yeah.
I will say, Ken, I love this comment. I hope he eventually sends a quick update if things stayed better or even got better. And that's the thing. I think we all want him to do good. Right?
Yeah.
I want him to do good. Good time. She's a Melier every other day, Kim. What do you do on the other days? How do you keep it?
Yeah.
What's the secret?
We need tips and tricks.
What is the secret? I want to know. Can you show me?
I want to know about these strangers
Oh.
like me.
Yeah, Katie just said, how do I say I promise I'm smart, my brain is just fried professionally? If you give me enough time, I could probably do HR speak for that.
Yeah.
It's always fun. It's always fun. Yeah, mush brain crew, 100%. You know what it is too? I don't know if anybody else has this or if this is just the 84K in my brain. When my brain gets really tired, it like latches onto something on like a loop. It's usually like a song or like a clip from a movie or something. And there's this song that is following me on Instagram right now. And I swear, if anybody else is having this right now, it is a song. It's a pop song out of India called Love Bomber. And I clearly, like, I can't play it for you, but it doesn't seem like...
I'm afraid.
It seems like a meme song, for lack of a better term. And there's just this part of the hook that's like, is it, why did you ghost me? It's so weird. And then there's this like, na part of the song that won't leave. And it's got to, I've never interacted with one of these posts. It's just kept coming up and I'm like, I'm not clicking on this. I don't know why I keep seeing it. And then I'm seeing people memeing it and it's getting even bigger and now it's just inescapable. So if you've seen the Love Bomber thing, let me know because I have the feeling it is just going to start getting much bigger, even though it's already getting millions and millions and millions and millions of hits, but it will not leave. Love Bomber, baby, you took my heart. It's so weird. It's like, I can't even explain it. Like, it doesn't seem like a good song. But it gets stuck in your head and it won't leave. You know? Like, I don't know.
Gordon just said maybe he hands out cheese slaps on the other days.
Maybe that's the secret.
There you go.
Cheese slaps.
Cheese slaps.
The cheese slaps. The cheese slaps. Oh, Project Music, I'm jealous. You get Thunderstruck stuck in your head. Why can't I get something good stuck in my head?
Heck yes.
No offense to the person who made the song in India. Clearly, it's good enough that it's going viral. You know what I mean? But, okay. Let me see. Okay. Boop, boop. All right. Random memes to take you away from reality for 2 seconds. I am here for this. I'm here for this. I will share the Love Bomber song on my Instagram today, guys, if you want to hear it. So you can check out my Instagram if you want, and then you can be in on it, because I have the feeling it's not going to go away. All right. Random memes. Let's go. All of my friends are traveling and posting vacation pics, and I'm over here like, is this stool? Oh my gosh. Genius. Genius. Influencer life. Oh my gosh. I love it though. I love it. He needed a photo for his resume. He didn't have a jacket, So we had to improvise. Oh, brilliant.
Good job, bud.
Brilliant. Yes. Resourceful. Got the job done.
Nobody can tell.
No one can tell. I'm impressed. I wouldn't have told anyone.
Nope.
I would have just kept that to myself. I like it. I like it. When I see my bed.
Flying leap.
I love the face down part of it too. Because like I know obviously like the cat can't, go backwards. I think a lot of us go backwards. But there's definitely the difference between the day that you flop on your bed on your back and the days that you flop on your bed on your face.
Yeah.
Bed face. It's, yeah. Bed doesn't ask questions. Bed doesn't judge. Bed is warm and soft. Bed is always there for you. Bed is nice. Yes. I agree. Oh, I've seen that picture before too. I love this puppy. And the thing is, like, my dogs literally do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lacey actually slept on my pillow exclusively for the first few months after we brought her home. She had to be on top of my head. That was the only way she would sleep. Now she's beside me or on top of me, but, like, she was, like, around my head, like a hat.
She's also a lot smaller.
Yeah. When your mom is angry, but you're a photographer, holy crap! Wow! Wow!
It's quite the picture.
That is quite the picture. What happened? What did you do? Not saying I'm never excusing violence. You shouldn't throw stuff at people. Like, I'm just to be very clear, but like, what happened? Why'd she throw her shoe? And like you could tell it's her shoe. She's missing one shoe.
She literally took it off.
Jane, the word bed looks just like a bed.
It does.
You're not wrong. Are there any other words like that the word looks like the item?
I don't know.
Or is that that's just how special bed is? When I say, this is what I mean, this puppy, stop.
I know that face.
It's usually accompanied with like a sound effect to the, the tune of because they are not happy. They are not happy. That's like, I don't want to take a bath, or you're not touching my nails, or I don't want to go. I don't know what happened to this little Bichon. I'm pretty sure it's a Bichon.
Looks like it.
I don't know who did something to this Bichon freeze, but I am team puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever this puppy's upset about, I believe them, and I feel like they should be listened to. They're clearly very upset. Oh, how I feel when I walk into an air-conditioned room. Stop. Sometimes it do be like that. I always remember, like, when we were in Florida, whenever we come back to the room and just, like, open the door, and it was like walking into a freezer, and it's like, oh, this is dramatic. This is so dramatic.
That's so lovely.
Yep. Fantastic. 1999, 1888, 1777, 1111, 1111, 11th 21. I feel like I would just say 1111. Right? 1999, 1888, 1777.
But it's
1111.
It's 1T1, Kim.
It's 1T1. Thank you, Katie. Why? Numbers are hard, but oh my gosh, that's
harder
good.
for some.
Harder for some than others. 11T1T1. I love that meme, like that, just that in itself, though. It's so funny. It translates so well to so many things. It's fantastic.
Yep.
When you are angry with each other but still do a video call. Wrong answers only. What are these cats mad about? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I want to know. I want to know.
Who's king?
Pardon?
Who is king?
Who is king?
King Kitty.
Oh, like, who's in charge?
Yes.
What happened here? I want to know. I want to know. They both do look so mad. Like, really, they do. They look so angry. I don't... Okay. Do you have any skills? Me. I have the extraordinary ability to be alone. Introverts rejoice. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking. You guys are putting in your things now. Poor grade kitty litter from Jackie. Dreadnought, who has the biscuits? Ken, you gave me fleece. Marsha, everything. Like everything is wrong? Yeah. Yes. Charlie, the bowls are empty. James T, just life. Just life. Fair, fair. Kelder laughing. Yes, yes. Lack of treats. Someone ate the treats. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But the introverts unite. I agree with this. I like this. It's funny. When you wear sports shoes with formal stuff. See, here's the thing. Like, I was in high school around the time where it was cool to wear Chucks with a skirt. And that's what you did. And I had Chucks that, like, went up to, like, my knees. The ones that took forever to lace up.
Oh my gosh, those shoes took forever.
They were not logical, but they were fun.
If we were going out and you were wearing them, it was literally you had to start putting your shoes on 10 minutes before the rest of us.
Yeah, it was like, let me know when we're actually going to leave because I need to prep.
I'm not getting up yet because there's
Kim's
no
got to
point.
do her shoes. It was a time. It was. I actually watched. I had a video recommended to me, and I debated on going off about it. And I was like in the comments, and I went, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But it basically was like. It was like something like 13 ways that you're dressing like an outdated millennial.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, and one of them was like, you can't wear long cardigans anymore.
I'm in Canada. It gets cold.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, no. If I want to wear something that covers my butt, I'm gonna. Because it's cold here. It's ridiculous. Like... No, and the part of the thing I kind of just started sitting here, I'm like, you 13 ways you're dressing like an outdated millennial. Guess what? I am an outdated millennial. I'm not cool anymore. I'm an adult. I'm not trying to fit in with the younglings, okay? Like, the youths. I'm not Steve Buscemi walking around with the skateboard over my shoulder trying to fit in. Because if I did, I would look even more ridiculous.
Like, we live in Canada. You have to dress in layers. Because we could have like 3 or 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
At that point, I just want to be comfortable.
Oh, she was saying like wrap dresses you can't wear anymore and stuff like that.
Oh, come on.
And I think at one point they went into like the side part thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be real here. I've worn a side part since before it was cool, when it was cool, when it wasn't cool, and now that it's somewhat like people are saying it's Y2K, so it's fine. I don't care, okay? My face is my face. My face shape is what my face shape is, and I'm wearing the part that suits my face shape.
And that's what I'm more comfortable with, so.
Enough is enough. I am fine being an outdated millennial. I am fine being cringe. I am fine being chuggy. I'm living my life. Enough is enough. And quite bluntly, you think I can rebuy a wardrobe every couple years in this economy? You're going to the millennials and saying we need to spend more money on clothes? GTF.
What money do you think we have? At the same time, though, you can't we're not supposed to buy anything from like, what is it? The fast fashion, and that don't be buying stuff that you're only going to wear once and throw it away, which I do understand and support. However, where are you getting all this money to continually buy new wardrobes?
Yep. And then there's also like, don't support these really high-end companies because they're actually just using child labor, so you're just paying them and the people aren't actually being paid properly. And then you have don't buy stuff from thrift stores because you're taking it away from people who actually really need it. And I'm just like,
I can't win.
Bruh. Stop. Just stop. I'm going to wear what I'm comfortable with. I'm going to wear what I can afford. I'm going to wear that makes me happy. That's it. That's it. Okay? And the other thing I would say too is outdated millennial, but right now what's cool with Gen Z is Y2K fashion, which is a lot of what millennials wear. So which is it? Is it just because I'm older so I'm going to be cringe no matter what?
Yep.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? Okay? Like, I'm using retinol on my face. I'm trying to take care of myself. Like, leave me alone.
It's not hurting anyone.
Oh, it's
I'm going to wear my long cardigan.
Like, you're not supposed to be tucking your jeans into your boots anymore? And I'm like, tell me that again when you have 3 feet of snow.
Then your
Say it to my face.
Your pants are soaking wet.
Say it to my face in a snowbank.
But then
I'm sorry. I know this is like an off-topic rant, but I just...
You have to sit around in wet pants, and they take forever to dry. This is where, like, the whole fashion versus, like, actual real life.
Yeah.
It doesn't line up.
But come on. Bite me.
And then because, if your pants are wet and they're not drying, then you're going to get sick, and it's just...
I'm living my life. I'm living my life, and that's it.
Yep.
I love you guys. Are like, what about Crocs? Right? It's just whatever you're comfortable with, man. Oh, gosh. Okay, Calvert said, over 10 years ago, I had a man I was living with at the time tell me that I was wearing outdated clothes. I was not impressed. I wear what I want. So I wear what I want to wear. I've never gone with trends and don't ever plan to. My problem is I basically got to a point where I discovered that jeans and tank tops were a thing, and I did not change from that. And then if things got, colder or whatever, I got a hoodie. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing a tank top, a hoodie, and jeans. I've done that forever. Yep. And I'm comfortable that way.
Yep.
I don't care. I do not care. If I have to go into like the office or whatever, I try to make sure things are more fancy. I try to make sure that I'm respectful, but I'm comfy. There's enough things in life that are uncomfortable. I don't want my clothing to be one of them.
At least not on a daily basis.
No. And I'm going to continue to put my pant legs in my boots because snowbanks.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry. Rant over. Yeah. Who's it? Lulu's Wonder said, my Vermont relatives are not enjoying flood/mud season. Boots necessary even in the summer. Exactly. Mm-hmm. There are, sure, but not high-heeled Crocs. That is blasphemy.
I have never seen high-heeled Crocs.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing?
I need to look this up right now, Medora. I am. This exists?
Oh gosh.
Crocs high heels. Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Ew. Ew. The stiletto one is getting me. The green one at the top. I know producer sister can't see it yet. I'm sorry.
Seen it yet.
There are some that are bedazzled.
Oh no.
At the bottom, one of them looks like it belongs to Elphaba.
Oh no.
No.
The stiletto.
Why? See, the thing is, you wear Crocs because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this being comfortable.
What is the heel made of?
This is something I expect Kanye West to make. Like, honestly, this is what I expect out of Yeezy. Do you guys remember the weird alien Yeezy shoes? I don't know if you guys remember that.
See, I need to know what the heel is made of, especially on the stiletto. Like, how sturdy is that? Because it doesn't look very sturdy.
No.
I mean, I love heels. I have a lot of pairs of heels. I like wearing heels. I wear them for me and no one else. But you have to be very careful about making sure they are built properly so you don't break your ankle.
Yeah. So, sorry, I just pulled them up. This was the Yeezy Foam Runner. I nicknamed this the alien shoe because I thought it kind of like, I heard people also say it, I'm pretty sure. I remember Annie and I lost it on these one day. We were just like, how are people paying this much money? Because I don't know if you could see it, but this is that's an Amazon link up there. That is $585 Canadian for those shoes off Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
No. That's the other thing too. They were saying millennials are outdated with, we're not using the right socks.
I can't win.
No.
I give up.
We're not. Yeah. Oh, carbonized hello. Member for 11 months doesn't seem like fashion to me. I don't know. Should we play fashion? Let's play fashion.
It's fashion meets. It's fashion.
Also, while we're at it, I think we need to bring back this classic because I could never buy those Yeezy shoes because I definitely have.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Nope. Oh, yeah, Dreadnought just said ItsKim. I've seen them on Wish for $18. I don't think they're the real Yeezys, though. I don't think those are the real ones. But I did actually think I saw... Yeah, like, there's some on Amazon that are, like, knockoffs there. It's, like, $40 Canadian, stuff like that. But, like, yeah. I can't.
No.
If that's what fashion is, then I'm okay with not being in with fashion. Like, is that what I'm supposed to be aspiring to? Having that kind of shoe? Because I reject this. I reject it in the name of the Lord. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, no. Okay. Thank you, Carr, for inspiring that whole rant that had nothing to do with this, but all right. When mom forces you to speak with your relatives, oh, this dog. With the phone, I don't wanna. I said hi. Can I don't want to talk anymore. Yep, I feel you. I hate phone calls now. It's so, like...
It depends who I'm talking to.
Yeah, it depends who I'm talking to. I don't mind it with you.
Thanks.
Right? Like, it's fine with you, but it's when, like, people want to just keep talking on the phone and you don't have anything to talk about. It's like, okay. I just want to stop. Oh, I'm just laughing at the chat, guys. You guys are great. Okay, me watching everyone go to sleep while I stay up and overthink everything in my life. Yes, Kitty. I relate to this. This is why I can't sleep in silence. This is why I need, like, rain sounds in the back or something, because... Insomnia. Insomnia. Oh, gosh. When I ink of you, I'm dying. These clothing tips are coming from the generation that told us not to eat Tide Pods. I mean, like, I think every generation has done stupid things, but I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that how do you simultaneously be like, Y2K fashion is fashion right now, and then be like, what millennials wear is stupid?
It's the same thing.
It's that quote from, like, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe of, like, don't, like, I'm gonna totally butcher this. The thing about don't reference the scriptures, like, I was there when it was written type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like, I was there. No. And I swear, if you guys bring back Whale Tail, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh,
like, do not. Do not. And can we please not do skirts over jeans again? That can stay.
Yeah.
That can stay far away as well.
I get it if you have, like, tights.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm talking, like, full, like, flood jeans.
Yeah, no.
And, like, a hobo skirt with, like, a huge belt.
Tights are to help keep your legs warm. Because it's cold.
Yeah, carbonized. Yes, I was there, Kim, 3,000 years ago. Exactly. Like, no. Although I will say, I'm so happy I kept all of my, like, Lamb stuff and Gwen Stefani stuff, because that's, like, Y2K gold now. So, anyway. How people see me. How my mom see me. Hey, they took lemons.
Yep.
I'm impressed.
There's some really nice container houses I've seen
It's-
made. Like,
You know what? Do what you can, man. Do what you can. Is it? Mellier, what if it's skinny jeans? Not cool anymore, Melly. We can't do skinnies. Which, again, I dare you to say that to me in Canadian winter when I have to put on boots.
Yep.
Leave me alone. When you are too shy to ask people to move, why is this me? Sorry, it's got to scooch through here.
Just sneak through. I'm sorry.
Sneak through. I'm sorry. Just got to get through here really fast. Sorry. That's me. That's me. Oh, that's good. Me entering exam hall, my brain, I will wait outside, be fast.
I relate to this so
oh
much.
my gosh. I don't know why. I will always remember. I had a test when I was in like grade 1. And they asked me who was the man to land on the moon. Which was the first man. It was Armstrong, right?
Yep.
And I knew this. But I could not, for the life of me, think of any male name except Scott Hamilton. The skater.
Not the same thing.
I knew it wasn't the same guy. But I was like, it's the only name I can think of, and I wrote down Scott Hamilton. As a 6-year-old. That was not correct. But I always remember that. That's the worst, like, brain, like, I got nothing I've ever had. It was horrible. Alicia, I just saw your message. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can we get some love in the chat for Alicia?
Yeah.
My heart is with you. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm happy that hopefully this brings you some joy in a time that is so difficult. And thank you for choosing us, and thank you for being here. Yeah, but yeah, Scott Hamilton. That's all I had.
I remember doing one of my designation courses, and I legit got in there, sat down. There's like 500 people in this room, and my brain went blank. I had nothing. And thank you, Lord, they let me go to the bathroom. And I melted down in that bathroom and had to try to pick myself back up and go in there and do this exam. And it was awful.
Yeah.
It just, your brain goes to mush.
I hate exams.
And that's the thing, like, I knew how to do it, but I couldn't do it.
I always was like, please allow me to do a presentation or a longer project to go more in depth into this than put me on the spot. Because as you guys, I'm sure, can see, I like to go deep into things, and give me time and I can produce, a good amount of stuff. But don't put me on the spot like that. It's so hard.
And the thing is, in real life, when you're doing a lot of this stuff, not with everything, but a lot of things, you have the ability to talk about it with someone or refer back to notes, research, a textbook, whatever it may be. I understand there are specific situations where that's not the case, especially I think like medical.
Yeah.
You don't have time. You have to know it cold.
But some of that you learn, though, as you do like residency and stuff like that. You learn it under that kind of pressure because it's different. And it's also like adrenaline, and there's all types of other things. Yeah. But I don't like those. I don't like those. Oh, okay. Keep going. My best friend listening to the advice I gave her.
I had never noticed that before.
I have no commentary I can give on this meme. I'm going to keep it all to myself. Linda knows, but I'm going to keep it all to myself. Not as in that, like, Linda does this. Like, she knows. I've been in this situation. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Me protecting my family's table at a random wedding. Why is this me?
Someone has to sit with the person.
They do! Someone has to sit with the purses.
This also translates to a restaurant with a buffet.
Yes. Someone has to stay with the purses. You sit down at the all-you-can-eat, and unless you can keep the purse on you at all times, which is part of why I wear small purses when I go out a lot of the time, because I can keep it on my person. Someone's staying. Somebody's staying. And also, sadly, watching drinks, too, unfortunately. Because we live in this world.
Yeah.
Okay. Friends, what are you doing? Me, working. Friends, what are you doing after work? Sleeping for work tomorrow. Yeah, that's awkward. That is accurate. Sometimes though, like really, especially shift work, right? Like you gotta sleep when you can. It's horrible. It's horrible. Interviewer, what skill do you have? Me. That's so cool!
I know, isn't it cool?
What? I've never seen that! That makes me so happy. I love that. I would hire them. That's the personality hire right there. That's the guy. That's the guy. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. Carbonized, I feel his wrinkles in my soul. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh. Okay. When I see my sibling talking to their boyfriend, girlfriend in a sweet voice. Oh, is this accurate, producer sister? Ew.
There were moments when you guys were teenagers, but
I think we've gotten better.
you have 100%.
Okay. We were so in love. We're still in love. It's just a mature.
Yeah.
You know, the real stuff. Not
My
the...
favorite was when I had to drive him home, and you like the three of us would be in the car, and I refused to drive with both of you in the back seat because I am not a taxi.
Okay.
And you would still always have to be holding hands. So one of you had your arm contorted around the back.
I was
the
like 14.
whole way.
I was 14. Oh. It's true though. Sorry, I'm just... Okay, we'll keep going. Sorry, I thought I saw something weird. It's okay. When you try to sleep, but someone finally responds to the text you sent 3 hours ago.
I'm not answering. I'm going back to sleep.
Yep, nope.
I will get you in the morning.
Nope. And this is the fun thing, too, when you have friends in different time zones.
Yes.
It's like, I will read your text when I can.
Yep.
I will read your text when it is appropriate timing in my region. Me listening to my friend breakup story. You're killing me, producer sister. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, gosh. Okay. Sometimes it is like that. Oh my gosh.
This is when you lie down on the bed on your side and just lay the phone on your face. Or speakerphone is good too.
Yep. Okay, me. Have you seen my hoodie? Her. You mean our hoodie. Oh, the boyfriend hoodies. Yes. My husband has a pair of pajama pants. I steal those. Let me know if there's an article of clothing you steal from your partner because it's comfy. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. Okay. I asked for the Jaguar logo on the top of my car, and this is what I got. Stop faucet. I mean, no one is going to believe that that's a Jag.
No.
No one is going to believe that that's a Jag. I can't even see the whole car, and I can tell you I know that it's not. Like, come on. Oh my gosh. Carbonized is great. This is not the hoodie you were looking for.
Mm-mm.
Move along. And that's it. There we go. Thank you so much, producer sister, for the What the What's. So appreciated. Can we get some love in the chat for producer sister for getting all that together? Because I definitely appreciated that today. I think we needed it. Let me see here. Oh, Crystal just said I like to wear my hubby shirt. Yep. Oh gosh, Project Metal Music. Yes, Jacksonville Car.
Mm-hmm.
That is painfully accurate. That is painfully accurate. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, we've been going for over 2 hours. I don't have anything else prepared. I can stay for a few minutes, I think. Producer Sister, are we okay to do that? Because I think we're getting dinner ourselves tonight, so we're on our own schedule. A lot of the time we try to make sure that we're good and done before our parents want to have dinner and that type of thing.
Try 5-ish so we're able to help with dinner and all that, because we try to eat as
together,
a family.
Yeah. So that's not really the case tonight. No. So we got a few minutes. So if you guys have any questions, anything you want to say, now is a great time to do that. Let me double check. I think I'm up to date on support. Yeah, because Carmen, I said in the 11 months, which you're so close to your one. Yes. I don't know. It doesn't seem like fashion. It's fashion, burp, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Oh, Pearl Jan just said, thank you both for your hard work and the mods for all you do. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love to the mods. Thank you guys. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Wancho. I don't think we've seen Wancho today.
No, I haven't seen him.
Oh my gosh. He sent me a clip from his show, the Raven's Flock.
Yeah.
And he has a sponsorship with a company that makes like sports drinks. It's like a hydration type thing. I think they're G Fuel, I think is what it is.
Okay.
I'm going to double check because I don't want to say the wrong one. It may not be G Fuel. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember what it is? No. For shame. I'm sorry, Wancho. But they have a new flavor of cotton candy that he really wanted. Yes, so he's been like asking for it, and apparently he's been very passionate in his asking for the cotton candy.
That's right up your alley.
And he got a delivery. And the flavor he got was a sour flavor. And the name was like Karen's Tears. Glitch. Thank you guys. It's Glitch. Glitch. Yes. So instead of getting the cotton candy flavor, their new one, which is apparently very good, he got the sour one called Karen's Tears. Loki.
Okay, separate from the annoyance of not getting what you ordered. That's funny.
That's hilarious. I was dying. I was like, I can't handle this. Megas, thank you for the gifted membership. That's very kind of you. Is that 4?
5.
5 today? 5. Yay! Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was laughing. Thank you guys for correcting me with Glitch. I'm having a mind fart. I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff in my brain right now. I apologize. And I've had it too. I know my husband actually really, really liked it. We had like a blue raspberry one.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was good. I'd do it again. Yeah, Karen's Tears. Yep. Oh, they're funny. They are funny. Let me see here. Liam asked if I had heard. I'm assuming you're saying about the attack in Southport. With the was it the kids went to an event and it was Taylor Swift related or something?
It was like a dance.
Yeah, it's
studio.
Incredibly tragic. I feel so. I honestly, like, my heart. Obviously, like, I'm so like devastated for the people involved and everybody who's been hurt. My heart also really hurts for Taylor because I know, judging by the way that she's handled things in the past, there's always a level where she wants to fix as much as she can.
Mm-hmm. She
wants to do everything that she can, but how do you? How do you help in this situation, you know? It's so scary. So scary and so sad.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, Sarai. Yeah, I think it might have been a little bit of that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jackie Swan just, your aunt is in Southport and it was such a quiet place. I was so shocked. It doesn't seem like the norm by any, so sad. So sad. I hate sometimes what things have become. And I feel like there's a lot of things people are really, really angry about, and maybe we need to focus our anger on where it really needs to be. And it's really, really sad. I don't really have the words. Oh gosh, Dreadnought. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't think I can actually read out what you're saying. I believe it is on screen right now currently. Yeah. It so sad. So sad. Yeah. I have to say too, I feel like the Reputation fans of Taylor Swift, we had another clown moment. At this point, like, I feel like I think I'm actually going to order a clown nose to go with my Reputation shirt and necklaces, because anytime I put them on, I feel like we're all just, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. You know what it's like? You know when we were all waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh my gosh.
And they kept saying for like over a decade that like it's coming, and we're like, yeah, okay.
So is Christmas.
So, no. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That's where I'm at with Reputation right now. I'm like, no, this is the new Kingdom Hearts. This is ridiculous. Oh. Carbonized, you're making me laugh. Well, you guys, I think we are set for streams to continue as normal starting next week. I apologize there wasn't a Monday stream. I had some stuff I had to catch up on with work and life and stuff like that, but now I am here and I am happy to be back, and I really missed you guys. I missed streaming. Oh, Carbonize, you just learned about Kingdom Hearts?
Welcome
to the madness. And don't worry about understanding the plot. There is no point. There's literally no point. Just don't. Just don't. It's not going to make sense. No matter what you do, it's not going to make sense. It's fine. I've tried desperately. How do I explain this? Hang on. For anybody that doesn't play the games, it's literally a expanded universe of Disney mixed with Final Fantasy. It is as strange as it sounds, and it is a lot of fun. Let me see here. So, where is it? The story summary, you have to actually, there are videos online that explain everything. I literally have one here, and I'll just throw that up there quickly. You see that there. It is literally 3 hours and 54 minutes. If you really want to get into it, it's crazy. Oh, there we go. Crap. We have like a full playlist here from this person. Demo 279, and we have a whole thing here of all of these videos explaining what the heck is going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. I give up. Let me see here. Oh gosh, Carbonize just said, yeah, my D&D group reads bad fanfic on the side, and our next is a bad Kingdom Hearts fanfic.
I'm afraid.
I love it!
I'm so scared.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh gosh. No, we're not talking about that one, Carbonize. We're not talking about that one. No. Oh, Dreadnought said, by the way, how do you think Celine Dion did in Paris? I think she was an absolute living legend. I could not stop crying watching it, and I think it really did just hit me that I just felt very lucky that we have been able to hear her voice again.
Yeah.
And because honestly, when she sat down and did that, like, the video saying that she was stepping away, I was like, something is so wrong. This is really bad. And I thought that was going to be the last time we heard from her. I genuinely did.
Yeah.
And it really, really broke my heart. I think producer sister and I have been open that we were raised in a very Christian household, and we didn't have a lot of secular media. But my dad did rebel at points, and we heard AC/DC, we heard Aerosmith, we heard Shania Twain, and we heard Celine Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And Celine Dion, my dad, I think we got All the Way, a
Yeah.
decade of song, that
was the CD.
that compilation. So basically it was like the best of at that point. And I loved that album.
Yeah.
I love that album still to this day. And I started, and after that, like I have other albums of hers that I've listened to in full, but my goodness, like, and even like for like myself personally, there's actually lyrics of one of her songs in my it was in my grandfather's casket when he passed away. Like, it was, she has been so influential for me, and getting to see her get back up has just been incredible and so incredibly emotional. So
I think that was the biggest thing for me. I was just so happy for her.
Yeah.
That she was able to do this.
Yeah.
And do it well.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what my favorite thing was, though? I saw one person that made a comment. Like, you always are going to have the haters, right? You're always going to have the really sad haters. And literally just said, like, wow, she did this whole comeback and she couldn't come back with a better song.
Oh, good grief.
I'm like, it's a traditional French song.
Yeah.
What? Stop talking. Just stop talking. Please. Please. Embarrassing yourself. Embarrassing yourself. Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, Calbear, I love Kingdom Hearts. Patiently waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4. I think we're going to be waiting a while.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just, yeah, Katie Artist, exactly. It's just people that are just like, you really have to, you can't attack her vocal quality. She looked fabulous. You can't attack, her work ethic, her hustle, how much she gave into this. So you're going to attack the traditional song. Just sad. Just so sad.
Yep.
So sad. Ugh. Ridiculous. So no, I did. I was watching that live, and it was very emotional. I'm very happy for her, and I hope that we see her more, because I was reporting that apparently she is looking at doing another residency, not a long-term one, but something in Vegas. And I'm like,
I would assume a short-term one could lead into a long-term one, but they have to see how she can physically hold up.
Yeah.
Before you bite off a huge commitment. Let's do something short, see how you react, give your body some time to heal, and then make any further decisions.
Yeah. She's got to ease into it. And I mean, I think any show like that is a lot of physical stress. And I think about people like Miley Cyrus, who have basically said they don't want to tour anymore because it's so hard on their body.
Yeah.
And I hope maybe Miley would consider doing something like a residency.
Yeah.
I think
you take the travel aspect out of it.
Yeah. And I think that's an option. I would hope that for her. So it's probably going to be good for her to be able to have a place to hang her hat, a place that she can have doctors, and that everything is available to her. I think that's probably the safest option for her and the best option for her.
Yeah.
So I do really hope that she is doing better. Yeah, Rando, that's going to be some pricey tickets. Oh yeah. You know, I tried to get tickets for like Sabrina Carpenter, and they were like $3,000 for nosebleeds, and I gave up. They've come down a bit now, but they're still really bad. And I'm like, I can't handle this. I can't handle these concert ticket prices. They're just...
And not to feed into the dialogue that she's charging too much. Those
No.
are resale prices.
No.
That money's not going to her, nor has the
No.
pricing been set by her.
Her ticket prices, the ticket face value, incredibly reasonable. Incredibly reasonable. It's just, it's so bad. It's so bad. And I love going to concerts, but like, it shouldn't be that I have to like take out a loan.
Yeah.
To go to a show. I'm not spending the same amount that I would spend on a car on one night out. That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. And it also really does tick me off because, like, the way that record labels work, a lot of these artists, they get like an advance in money. So it's not a paycheck. They have to pay that back to the label. They have to make that money for the label. And I just think about it to myself, like these artists that get these advances and they have to just hustle and hustle and hustle and make this money back while still having to pay for other things for their shows and everything else. And then they're trying to make money off of merch and blah, blah, blah. And it's so hard and it's so expensive. I think a lot of people people just assume that like if you're a musician and you're like super wealthy. No. And a lot of the time, a lot of these musicians that are super wealthy, it's because they have other businesses that have done well. It's not streaming revenue, let me tell you that. You know what I mean? Like it's so much work. And I just think to myself, like, Sabrina is on her second record with her current record label. I hope that she is in a place where it's not really bad financially for her by any means. I'm sure she's probably doing fine. But I think a lot of artists would appreciate benefiting from, their $50 ticket costing $3,000, that maybe some of that money should be going to the artist. Just saying. That's what ticks me off the most, is it's just like, it's so not fair to the artist and there's so little that she can do about it. You know what I mean? It's so sad. And it really pisses me off. So, I'm just reading here. Yeah, Liam just said Sabrina Carpenter. I know she's not, but she sounds like she's related to two of the Carpenters. Oh, isn't she related to Lisa Cartwright?
Yes.
The voice of Bart Simpson?
Yes.
Yeah. So but I will say, it kind of bothers me when people are like, she's an industry plant, because I don't agree with that. She had a whole other record deal before the one that she has now. And she was doing stuff with Disney as a kid. She's been grinding for a long time. And it's like, finally, it's like the stars have aligned and she's just like exploded. But she's been working hard for years and years and years and years. So it's nice to, finally see people noticing her and being like, oh, she's actually really good. It's like, yeah, she is. So, yeah. It's, Sammy Rose, Sammy Renee, I think it is, said unrealistic pricing. 100%. It's not doable. And then I start to kind of think to myself, like, as an artist, that must be so frustrating, because it's like, you're not actually going to get the crowd of your fans.
Yeah.
And if your fans aren't in the building, like, that's going to make the whole environment of the show really crappy, And I've been to some shows where the tickets have been a lot more affordable and the crowd is just electric because everybody that's there really, really, really wants to be there and they're just so happy to be there. And I think you guys have a term for it in hockey, producer sister, the suits.
The suits. Well, we have that in Toronto because tickets to a Leaf game, like, it always baffles me watching games for other teams because there's always commercials for getting tickets. I have never in my life seen a commercial for tickets to a Leaf game because they are so sold out, so expensive, and you get so frustrated with the fans because they're all corporate seats and people who go to a hockey game in a suit. So we call them the suits. And it's like, not that ever you have to have a jersey on to go to a game, because I understand that not everyone has a jersey, not everyone can afford it. But who goes to a sporting event in a suit? Like, they're so like, it's just a status thing to say I have tickets, I'm going to the game.
And it's like a business thing a lot of the time, and it's not actually about like supporting the team.
No, it's like, would you get off your butt and start cheering and clapping?
Get off your phone.
Get involved. Like,
or it's
why
like,
are you there?
And there's always like, I always notice there's a number of like rows that are always empty because they're all up at the bar.
Yeah.
They're not actually in the seat.
Yeah, when the period starts, they're not in their seats.
And it's like,
exactly. Rando said that's not fair to the real fans. And that's correct. And like, I've gone to a couple preseason games because that's the only thing I can even remotely attempt to get tickets for. And they're so much louder because it's all real fans. It's kids. We actually went to, there's the new league they've started called the PWHL, which is the Professional Women's Hockey League. And they did one game this past year at Scotiabank Arena, or the ACC, where the Leafs play. So it was in a full NHL size arena. It was sold out in minutes. It was so loud, so much fun because everyone wanted to be there and was so excited for this opportunity. And you saw all these kids, all these little girls, all these teams of girls playing who got to see these women come out and play hockey and do this on a big scale. And they're just so excited seeing just that atmosphere of everyone who was there was a true fan who just wanted to experience this. And I was so grateful we got to go and be a part of that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think it really does illustrate it, that it's just, I don't know, I feel like if I was a recording artist and I went on tour, I would want to be able to connect with my actual fans.
Yeah.
Just, and I would hate for people to spend that kind of money. I'd be so upset.
Mm-hmm.
So upset. And yes, Melee, Sabrina Carpenter is the girl from Girl Meets World.
Yes.
She's also the rumored other person involved in driver's license, and she has her own responses to those, and it makes me laugh because now she is doing super well and Olivia is doing super well, and kind of a none for Gretchen Wieners for her ex-spy. I actually was laughing. He had like an album release party.
I saw.
You saw that?
It didn't go well.
The DJ played Sabrina's song, and the whole room just went like, it literally would be like the equivalent of if Justin Timberlake had a like album release party and they put Oops, I Did It Again on.
Yeah.
It's like not the place. So they just had to start like turning down like please, like so slowly, and I could not stop laughing. I'm like, I can't handle this. This is so funny. Oh my gosh.
And there's been rumors now that she and Olivia might be doing a collab.
Oh, I hope they do.
Yeah.
That'd be
I've
great.
seen the rumor mill starting to pick up with that. So obviously nothing confirmed, complete rumor at this point, but
Yep.
I'm here for that.
I'm here for it too. Don't let the boys take the girls apart, you know?
Yeah.
It's... Don't do that. But yes. Well, I guess we probably should wind down.
Yeah.
We'll be going for a bit. Guys, this has been so much fun. It's so good to be back. Thank you guys for being here for us today and catching us, especially just going through all the rough stuff and understanding. I really do appreciate that this is a place where I can be myself and not have to put on necessarily like a character type thing to be here. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I like I said before, I will let you guys know what I can when I can, and yeah. It be what it be.
Yeah.
It be what it be, and there's not much we can really do about it. So, I will ask you guys to please consider leaving a comment on this video. It makes a huge difference for me in the algorithm, letting YouTube know that it has interaction as a standalone video as well as a live when it was streaming, which makes a big difference. And please make sure you've hit that like. Please make sure you've hit that sub. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for everything, and we will talk to you guys later. So, much love, and bye, guys.
Bye.